Welcome, Army fans, to a bi-week edition of the GoBlackKnights.com podcast, along with Army starting nose tackle Kody Harris-Miller. Kody, how's practice going during the bye week?
It's pretty good. Like we're getting back to a lot of the fundamentals, just trying to see in different looks, just kind of slowing everything down so that we can be able to move faster and execute our jobs at a higher level.
Good stuff. And you're from Middletown, Delaware. Is that correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
Army doesn't recruit a lot of players from Delaware, obviously. Talk about your journey to West Point and kind of how everything materialized. How did you get discovered out there, and what's maybe not, like Dallas, Texas, or another recruiting hotspot? Go ahead.
Definitely being from Delaware, we have like this little stigma that not a lot of people get recruited out of there because of how small we are. I still introduce myself to people today and tell them I'm from Delaware, and they ask me what and where is that. So, it's definitely a little harder being one from one of the smaller states, but junior year, I remember exactly sitting in class. I was in my uncle's class actually, sitting there, and I got a text from Coach John Luce. It said, "Hey man, like what's going on? I'd love to get a second to get on the phone with you and all that." And I remember like that was probably like one of the first schools that ever reached out to me, so I immediately got all hype. That night, me and Coach Luce got on the phone. We started building a relationship from there. Excuse me. And then the weeks followed. I was able to get in touch with him, Coach Aaron Smith, Coach Matt Drinkle, and I finally got the chance to talk to Coach Mungan, and that's when I received the scholarship offer a few weeks later. And I remember I was coming back from a workout. I had to pull the car over and everything just to kind of contain my excitement and all that and just embrace in the moment.
Awesome. And, as most people know, you had to miss a significant amount of time this season, but came back just in time for the big game against Air Force, made significant contributions against both Air Force and Temple. How's your health been the last few weeks, adjusting to game speed and contact? And how close would you say you are to being 100%?
It's something I'm striving to get to every single day. It's just a grind in everything we do. And I just got a true appreciation for the athletic trainers, for all my other teammates that have been assisting me through the way. I especially want to shout out guys like Sam Waters, Chuck Johnson, Ben Britton, Wes Shaw. Those guys have really truly helped me get to this point where I'm at right now. I'm just forever grateful for everything they've done.
Absolutely. It takes a full team unit to get rehab done and everything. Definitely not a one-man show. So good stuff. Kody, the defensive line struggled a little bit early on in the season, but they've been improving a lot as a unit. Jack Latour, Jack Balsam, DeShantez Gray, Jacob Tuioti. I know I'm leaving some guys out, but amongst others, you guys have been making an impact and allowing the linebackers like Andon Thomas and Caleb Fortner to roam free and rack up some big tackle numbers. Can you talk about the D-line's improvement and what you're seeing throughout the year and what your focus is as a unit during the bye week? You mentioned getting back to fundamentals and kind of going forward into the last couple of games of the season.
Definitely, especially with this week, bye week going on, like I said, we're just trying to get back to the fundamentals, hammer all the small details, and just continue to improve on the little things and all that. You're never too good to get back to the fundamentals, get back to the technique, get back to your pad level, hands, eyes, things like that. So it's been a constant thing we've been stressing all week, just making sure we're hammering those small details that might seem minute when you look at it, but we all know it plays into a bigger factor into the grand scheme of the team. And that just kind of like symbolizes who we are as a position group. Like this, I love this position group because of how we're never going to be complacent where we're at, no matter where, like, how successful we are. Like, we want to get better every single day we come in here. And that's been the mindset, like, from the beginning of the season to now, from last winter when we ended to now. All we want to do is just get better each day. We just keep making these little deposits every single day. We're coaching each other. We're coaching the young guys. We have young guys correcting older guys. Like there's a lot of humility in this group and a lot of leadership in this group that we're able to take corrections. We're able to learn from those corrections, not only from the coach, but from our peers as well. And that is a true like testament to this group alone. We have a lot of leadership with guys like Jack Latour, Jacob Teote, DeShantez Gray, and we have a lot of young guys who are starting to come along. Nick Bucky, Sean Donovan, Cale Newton, Campbell Sager, those guys are you starting to see them flash more and more and more, and that's just a testament to who they are as players.
Great. And Army did get off to a little bit of a slow start this year, 1-3, but now the team's won 4 of their last 5 games, and you're only 1 win away from bowl eligibility. So what's that turnaround say about, the mental state of this team and your persistence as a group?
Everything we do is embodied in the Black Flag culture. Like it's what we live by as a team, what we live by as a defense, offense, what we live by as a defensive line, every single position group. We try to embody the Black Flag culture. And that's just what we go by. We follow the team rules. We want to win, and we'll do everything we can to get to that point. That's exactly what the Black Flag means. It means no quarter.
Good stuff. And of course, you also won the first crucial leg of the CIC race, beating Air Force 20-17 out in Colorado Springs. How exciting was it for you personally, Kody, to get to play against Air Force and go out there on that field after having to sit out for 6 straight games?
Oh, it was an amazing feeling. Just the atmosphere alone, just having the opportunity to go out there with my teammates again is just, I'm just extremely blessed. Just seeing all the guys making plays, seeing Andon Thomas make a play, seeing Gavin Shields get an interception, seeing Cole Seawright force a fumble, Andon Thomas picking up, getting an interception, Caleb Fortner flying around the field, Casey Larkin doing things that Casey Larkin does. Just seeing all of those guys go out there and just perform and being able to be back a part of it now, like that's really just it's a super special thing. Being out, I was on the sideline watching these guys do their thing, and now I'm back, in the mix, just being around the guys, seeing my teammates be successful, and that's really all that makes me happy, honestly.
And Kody, we've heard from the staff that you're really hard to move and you're one of the stronger guys on the defense. Just out of curiosity, kind of a fun question for the fans. What's your best bench squat and deadlift?
I can't even remember the last time I maxed those numbers. It was
It was
definitely
in the summer, probably. So,
summer before all the classes started picking up, so
yeah.
I have no clue at the moment.
And as a cow, as a junior, we know your class load's probably pretty intense. What's your major at West Point?
I'm a behavioral science and sociology major here.
Nice. And know it's a little early for this, but when next year rolls around, do you have a first choice for which branch you want to go?
Air defense artillery.
Nice. All
Yeah.
right. Shout out to ADA. I was
Shout
spent a
out.
lot of time at Fort Bliss, was an ADA guy myself, so good stuff. Kody, thanks a ton for your time. We really appreciate it. Great interview. Army fans, thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week where we'll have some more features and exciting guests as we get ready for Senior Day against Tulsa. And we'll be interviewing a lot of the seniors as they get ready to play their last home game at Mikey. Go Army, beat Navy.